In college, I was president of my university's college Republicans. And being that I had been very well enveloped in the Republican establishment in Southern California, and if you don't think there is a Republican establishment in Southern California, this was long before Trump ever came along. This was like during the whole Tea Party thing and stuff like that. So I thought, maybe I wanted to make sort of right-wing media a career, so I decided to look into it. And I took a class on news reporting at the college. Now, the professor was a NPR professor, and despite our political differences, we did get along pretty well, and I really, really liked her. I thought she was a really, really good professor. One day, she gives us an assignment, okay, because the class met every Friday from like 12 to 3, I think. So one day, she gives us an assignment. She says, I want you to watch the news as much as you can this week, and then next week, we're going to have like a quiz on the news next week when we come back. Like, we're going to play a game, and I'm going to tell you about the story, and then you're going to tell me who's involved, or I'm going to tell you like the headline, and then you tell me about the story and stuff like that. And she turned it into a fun little game. So with that being said, I thought, oh God, I watch the news constantly. I watch the news all day long. I live the news. I am going to do great at this, okay? The next week when we played that game, I got my ass handed to me. All right, I got my ass handed to me by the other students, all right? And it wasn't until later on when I became a liberal that I finally understood why it was that I got my ass handed to me. Yes, I did consume a lot of news all the time, but I consumed the wrong kind of news, okay? I only consumed right-wing media news. And what right-wing media news will do is it will give you the news, but it will give you only one side of the news, and it won't give you any facts of the case. So for example, today when I was on Facebook, I said something about this article on Kilmer Obrego Garcia. I just made this comment about an article about how the government says that he's being vindictively prosecuted. And some guy responded, and I responded back, and I said, well, I mean, the Supreme Court even said 9-0 that the DOJ broke the law. How can you say that it was Kilmer Obrego Garcia that broke the law when it was the DOJ that actually broke the law? And he said, show me where the Supreme Court said that. So I looked it up. I showed it to him. He didn't know. He didn't know, and I bet the man consumes a whole bunch of news. But the very fact that he doesn't know about this shows what kind of echo chamber that he lives in. And I know this because I lived in the same echo chamber. Anyway.